Hello everyone! We have some amazing announcements to make today. Before we begin with the announcements, here's a quick summary of our announcements. More podcast episodes are coming soon. An interview with Sonic producer and guitarist Shota Nakama. A Star Fox interview with Wolf O'Donnell. And an exclusive interview with mangaka Isaki Uta. For those sticking around, here's more details. I apologize for not making any more podcasts. Currently, we are working on releasing more podcast episodes, except we want to make sure we do it right. We want to make sure we deliver that high quality content you guys seek out, and as you and my team know well, that takes time to produce, create, and edit. So we ask that you please wait a little longer. We do have a doozy for you with upcoming episodes that will involve video games, anime, manga, and so much more. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all that. And now for the announcements. The first thing is Sonic Symphony. Yes, that's right. We have a quick announcement to do about the Sonic Symphony. As you know, Sonic Symphony is exactly that, a Sonic the Hedgehog symphony that it's currently going on tour. It began in London, and the second show was recently in Hollywood, which yours truly attended. It was amazing. It was a symphony and rock concert because Crush 40 made an appearance. And Kellen Quinn of Sleeping with the Sirens was there too, singing Crush 40 hits, so that was amazing. But all that aside, if you guys are attending Sonic Symphony, go ahead and watch our most recent interview with the producer and guitarist of Sonic Symphony, Mr. Shota Nakama. Shota Nakama is the producer of the Sonic Symphony. In fact, he has a band that dedicates themselves to producing rock symphony video game music, and they tour around. They work with various companies to bring these kind of tours to life. They've done, I think, Final Fantasy, Made in the Abyss, and so many more. They were responsible, actually, for the Sonic Symphony 30th anniversary that was live streamed in 2021, I think? Either one. So if you guys are interested or you're attending one of the tour dates of Sonic Symphony, go watch our awesome exclusive interview with Shota Nakama. And we talk about everything Sonic Symphony, from the origins to it, to how they got involved, to what it consists of, and even what can fans like you and I can expect from Sonic Symphony. Get hyped up with this awesome preview of our interview. Speaking of team members and teamwork, you work closely, correct me if I'm wrong, but you work closely with conductors Jose Delgado and Kevin Zarinsky, if I pronounce that correctly. With that being said, what was the hardest part about converting Sonic's 8-bit or chiptune music, Sonic's classical game music, into an orchestra format?
What was hard was all those like funky tunes like that, the Sonic 1, Sonic 2, like all those like really groovy stuff. Converting that to an orchestra format is very difficult because the orchestra musicians, they perceive like those groovy music a little differently from like let's say a groovy bass player. A groovy bass player doesn't function the same way as the contrabass player from an orchestra. They play differently, they feel things differently. So the challenge is like how to find like a middle ground and just like make sure that even in the symphonic format, it's still like, the swing is happening and like you can still feel the groove and stuff. So I would say like that rhythmic part is probably the hardest thing. Melodic stuff, I think it was like, like it's not very hard. I think Sonic stuff is like all super melodic. It's all right. And I think those things like come pretty naturally for the players.
Would you say the same for Sonic's modern rock songs and EDM songs?
I mean, like that actually, like that's my favorite kind of music. So like I am known to do like big orchestration for like rock band and orchestra, and that's like I grew up listening to that kind of stuff. I do that professionally, and a bunch of people ask me to arrange all that kind of stuff. Like I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, it's easier than like just pure symphonic stuff, I gotta say.
Are you a fan of Star Fox? If that question pricked up your ears, then listen very carefully because we have a special guest joining us in a very special interview. 3 years ago, we did an interview with Mike West, the voice of Fox McCloud. Ever since then, the Star Fox community has been requesting that we get Jay Ward, the voice of Wolf O'Donnell, on our show. And guess what, you guys? It finally happened. That's right, Wolf O'Donnell, aka Jay Ward, will be coming to our YouTube channel and to the podcast episodes on Saturday, October 14th. Aside from the actual interview, there's going to be a giveaway opportunity at the end. I won't reveal what it is, You'll have to see the interview or hear the interview here for you guys to participate in the giveaway. But I'm very excited to say that Wolf O'Donnell will be joining us in a exclusive interview. And because this podcast is relatively new, you guys get an exclusive little preview of our interview.
And I came in at the time, two people are competing, in Smash Brothers. They're brawling, and I walk in, and one of the guys was playing as Wolf. And so to come in and they're all, engrossed in the game, they're around the TV and kind of hooting and hollering and whatnot. And I stand behind him and say, I can't let you do that, Fox, and offer a couple lines. And the reaction was a little shock and, and also kind of, who is this guy? And a little bit of disbelief. And I never even said that it was me, but I think they were impressed that I could impersonate the voice so well.
They had no clue that the voice actor was standing right there in front of them.
That's right.
And our final announcement is about manga, specifically dealing with mangaka Isaki Uta. Isaki Uta is known for their comics centered about characters navigating their experiences and relationship with their gender and sexual identities. They're known for the critically acclaimed manga Is Love the Answer, which was published in the US by Kondasha. In recent news, Isaki Uta alongside Indori Comics will be launching a Kickstarter campaign for a box set that will feature Uta's most acclaimed work. The collection is called Isaki Uta, The Lost and Found Collection. If you guys want to learn more about his work and their brand new collection of their most acclaimed manga work, you can go over to our website at www.thekitsunenetwork.net or simply type in The Kitsune Network on Google. You'll find us straight away. You can read our exclusive interview with Isaki Uta regarding their work, their newest project, The Lost and Found Collection, and the inspirations that come when writing these stories, and the research they indulge in order to create these wonderful stories. I promise you, it is very intriguing to dive into the mind of a mangaka, especially one so acclaimed and so creative as Isaki Uta. So I encourage you guys to go ahead and go to our website and read our exclusive interview. One of my favorite works of Isaki Uta is Love the Answer, which is about a girl struggling to cope with the fact that she cannot form any love feelings towards anyone or desires any physical intimacy. In fact, the story is a coming-of-age story about a young woman becoming into her own as she discovers her identity as a aromantic asexual. I myself am not a aromantic asexual at all, but it is very intriguing to read not only this story because it deals with real-life themes, but also the research that Isaki Uta was able to get in order to write this story. In our interview, he does discuss how he gets some of his inspirations and research done by interviewing people who have this condition. So as I said before, it's a very intriguing subject matter to deal into. So if you guys are interested in those kind of stories, go ahead and check out Isaki Uta's work. Our interview, of course. You can find a link to everything we just mentioned on our episode description down below. So, just to recap, remember more episodes are coming soon, a Star Fox interview with Wolf O'Donnell, and an exclusive interview with mangaka Isaki Uta. Thank you so much for listening to me, you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.